Stu pointing out the manometer that is used with the spray booth when it's turned on. And when it reads 0.50, that's when the booth filters need to be changed. I noticed the manometer wasn't leveled and the zero set wasn't set right, and the other side of the air inlet was dirty. So I cleaned that off. So thanks to Stu for posting the first video there. Otherwise, I wouldn't have noticed. Sandy standardizing the display font. Nicely done, very professional. Aaron putting these steel stakes by the snow fencing, because that's what we'll use those for when we're putting up snow fence sometimes. Nicely done. Fulton 3S'ing this chainsaw. It seems to be leaking a lot of oil, so he cleaned it all off, and now we can actually see where it's dripping from and then fix it. Good job. Stu and Luke used the gas flat deck and noticed that the box was a little disshuffled. So instead of just leaving it like that, they left it better than they found it. Great job. Painted, 3S'd, and fixed the broken wires on there. Luke making a great new welding jig for our 8-inch brackets. Instead of having to set up a little jig for it each time, he made our standard jig. So now these are way faster and more accurate to make each time. Stu leaving it better than he found it. There's some stuff left in the sink and it doesn't have a drain. So this bucket at the bottom always gets full and just overflows onto the ground and makes a big mess. So you got all that cleaned up, looking much better. Nice job. Continuously improving the improvements. I saw what Stu did there and I thought, well, hey, how can we make this mistake proof? So I extended the drain and put a block underneath so we can't actually put the bucket further in. So now you can see the bucket getting full, and if it gets too full, it's going to overflow, so it's going to be easy to know when to empty it. Randy showing that he wasn't holding the rope tight, as he says, and how if he had been cleaning up more frequently, this would have been a lot easier to do. So I think that goes back to one-piece flow. So if we're chipping one rack and then cleaning up after one rack, way easier than having a big batch of cleanup to do. Nice job, Randy. Todd taking the time after this panel building table was moved to go around with a magnetic sweeper. And wow, what a bunch of metal there where we've been starting to park. Good job there, Todd. Luke noticed these barrels were poorly labeled, so he went ahead and improved the labeling so we know which bin is which. Way more clear. Nice job, Luke. And this reminds me of another improvement Luke did with the welding tanks, which inspired me to continuously improve this. Now we know exactly what can go in, and when they're full, we just flip that card around and then we know it's full and we can't put any more in. And at the same point, that's when we can trigger this Kanban that's also on the back. And then on the back of the Kanban, I put a QR code with a pre-written email to our supplier to come and get them. And these empty paint cans, everyone, can just go right in the dumpster. Fulton did about 45 minutes cleaning sawdust out of the seat can, and he noticed this door is really hard to close from the outside. So he went ahead and added a door handle. Awesome. Fulton also had a whole bunch of paperwork that he was storing in his office inventory. So he figured out a way that the scanner can scan directly into individual folders right from our scanner. So that's going to eliminate all of that paperwork, and much faster, easier to find in the future. Awesome job. Stu had the idea to cover the aluminum sawhorses with lumber wrap, but we noticed that was really time consuming and dirty and wasteful in all the ways. And it's also a fire hazard to have a bunch of lumber wrap with stain on it. So he made these wooden disposable cedar sawhorses. Once these get really dirty and caked up, we can just replace boards or make new sawhorses. These are just from scraps from the bin. Nice job. Steve Fulcher moving some of the fire extinguishers around the mill to better locations that are more usable, and putting up the rest of the signage in the event that there's an actual emergency. They'll be way easier to find. Nice job. Whenever I'm cutting metal on the bandsaw, I'm always putting my tape measure down, usually in the last spot I was working, and I'm always reaching really far, or even if it's on a table, I have to go reach over and grab it. So I put it right on the tool, a tape measure just for that task. No more searching, no more wasting time looking and wasting motion. Feels great. Stu made some great signage and put it up for tools needing repair. So both in the Sawmill Sea-Can and the Lean Cave, there's a spot that directs you to notify your supervisor and to put the broken tools inside of the Sea-Can. Because sometimes things need to get fixed right away. Other times, maybe they're not so needed. Brian noticed the great tool storage over in the carpentry bay, so he made himself some great tool storage. Nice job.
The standard you walk past is the standard you accept.
End of a day on a Friday, Cosmo's going to go check out both bathrooms. This is a manufacturing setting, usually super dirty. Wow, this is so clean. I just used this bathroom, and it was so comfortable to be in such a clean, amazing space. Great job, everybody. Dialed in. Beautiful. Cosmo loves it. Now, the other bathroom. Outside, dusty environment. Perfect. Clean urinal. Nice clean shelves. Toilet is spotless. Garbage isn't overflowing. Sinks wiped down. Beautiful job, you guys. Great job keeping the bathrooms clean.